So, everybody's heard. I generally tend to take a comedic slant to these videos that I make, but Charlie Kirk got shot and killed, and there's no, may as well put as fine a point as possible on it. And I genuinely think, TP USA, this is a turning point in the USA. To all the people, to all the goons and trolls and everything out there just celebrating a man's death, he had kids, and he had a wife, he had a family. But the one thing, now I didn't agree with everything he said. I'm a relatively conservative guy, but the one thing that inspired me most of all about him, what about him inspired me, was that his opinion was not what he was trying to prove. He was legitimately interested in finding the truest thing he could, finding truth. He was legit. That was his interest. And you can say, well, that's his opinion. We're not doing that. And it's a pretty sad state of affairs when your search for truth upsets someone to a degree that they'll kill you over it. And it's very telling of where we are in the course of our civilization. It's not good. If we can't pursue the truth without fear of deathly mortal retribution, what are we doing? Really, what are we doing? This is insane. This is a fantastic display of where a civilization goes when we don't have standards and consequences. And I say that because we have inverted things to where victims are now the criminals and the criminals are the victims. This stabbing of the poor 20-year-old Ukrainian girl in Charlotte. 14 prior arrests. It's insane. And we're there are certain corners talking about, oh, well, we got to look at his circumstances and understand. When you murder somebody, everything that happened in your life means nothing when you murder someone in cold blood. It means nothing. Consequences don't depend on your personal circumstances. Consequences are objective ramifications of actions. So, observe. I dropped it, so it fell. Right? And we've abandoned this approach to consequences, and it's ridiculous. We have approached things soft for so long that even a little harshness to people looks like it's a violation of their rights. Like it's cruel and unusual punishment to put somebody in prison when they murder someone. So this is a beautiful opportunity. I strive to find silver linings, because that's another thing that I noticed about Charlie Kirk, is it didn't matter how many people spat at him, literally spat at him. He stayed positive. He kept a smile on his face. He wished him God bless and that he hopes they come around someday. Sometimes he would even thank him for the dialogue. And so I'm trying to find silver linings. And the silver lining here, we have an opportunity to implement consequences. When we find the piece of human excrement, the sad excuse for a human being that did this, we have the opportunity to properly implement consequences. The guy that killed Irina, I don't want to butcher her last name, and I can't remember it offhand, but I know her first name was Irina. There is a video that shows that dude sit there, think about it, get up, stab her in the neck, and then walk away, blood dripping off his knife, even saying, and you have it in the video, I got that white bitch. Why are we even talking about a trial? This is a case of a summary execution. This person should be summarily executed. You take them into custody, and then for the good of civilization, you hang this person in public. Not a firing squad, not a fucking a lethal injection. We don't do this whole sanitized, oh, we gotta make sure that they die painlessly. No. Stick a rope around his neck, drop him through the thing, and watch him squirm until he doesn't squirm anymore. And then leave his body there for whoever to do whatever with. That's how we used to do. I don't know if you guys know this. We had public executions in this fucking country. And we're not that old a country. It was not that long ago that we did public executions. We have tried every soft approach to fixing things, and nothing fucking works. Nothing. So it's time to go hard again. It's time to start executing people. En masse again. You got 14 priors, and then you murder somebody? Your ass is out of civilization. We're not paying to keep you alive either. Dead. Those people who can't seem to stop armed robbery, grand theft auto, nothing lethal, but very obviously a drain on society. Guess what? You're in a labor camp now. The rest of your natural life is going to be spent turning big rocks into little rocks. If we got a farm operation, your ass gets to pick fucking potatoes out of the ground. You get to start doing everything the rest of us don't want to do. And the minute you're like, oh, it's slave labor. No, it's not. We have collectively decided to remove this person from society. See, slave labor is where you take somebody who is already in society doing fine, and you force them to do your bidding, no reimbursement. Now you owe society, when you are this level of criminal, you owe society a debt. You either owe them a life or a debt. If you owe society a life, we're killing you. That's it. If you owe society a debt, well, guess what? You're doing hard labor now. You're going to contribute to society in one way or another. And to those who say, well, what if they don't work? What if they just sit there? Firing squad. You either compel them to work or you remove them. We got to stop this soft approach shit. It doesn't work. It's time to get a little hardcore again, because that's what we need. Remember how this country was founded? It was founded on blood, and a lot of it. And we seem to have forgotten that.